Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to the Quiffcast with me, Rob Baines, and Jack
That's
Barker.
me.
No, I didn't. I was still saying your name there, mate.
Sorry.
So, Jack. No, Jack Barker.
Correct.
There you go.
Hello.
I was having flashbacks to our first gaming session there.
Oh yeah.
Jack.
Jack. Hello.
There you go. Okay. So here we are, Jack. This is our first episode of the new season.
Welcome to the new season.
We're on our fourth season of the Quiffcast. Can you believe it?
That is a very long time.
It is. It definitely is. So we're going to talk about this we're going to have a little bit of what we're going to do. What we're going to do today, Jack?
We're gonna do a bit of speculation for the nation on this station.
On this
With the
radio station. Oh my god. So basically, there's a lot to speculate at the moment. There's a lot of, to be fair, recently there hasn't been that much in terms of releases, because it's coming towards Christmas time, so things are going to be starting to be released, and then we've got things next year that are going to be released, and it is a constant cycle. But we're just at the point of the gaming season where nothing's really coming out except rumours and these leaks and all these announcements and stuff. So we got next week. Next week, it is next week. Yeah, because next week is BlizzCon. So we're going to be talking a little bit about our speculation on that. And what else has been announced recently, Jack, that we need to have a bit of specking on?
I've just thought of another one.
Go for it,
Impromptu.
mate.
Red
Impromptu.
Dead on PC.
Red Dead on PC.
Yeah.
That's not too far away either, is it?
No. I
It's
saw
November,
it,
isn't it?
and my heart just went. But I think it's not going to be ready for November. I think they're probably going to push it back to January. Like they did with they did that with GTA. I think kept pushing it back because it wasn't ready.
What do you think? I mean, they've had
I speculate that they're going to.
You're speculating it's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
So even the confirmed date stuff is going to be speculated. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been delayed recently. They said that the Doctor Who VR experience was going to be out in September, but now it's out next month. Iron Man VR has been delayed as well, because that was they said that was coming out in 2019. It's not. It's coming out next year now. What else? Lots of things being delayed. But but one thing that have announced, which they've announced very lightly. What has Sony announced finally?
He announced the brand new shape of the PS5.
Shape. Sorry, I had to try and work that out in my head there.
I think everybody listening did. It's a puzzle. Yeah. It's a hidden message.
It's a hidden message. They've announced it, haven't they?
Yes.
I mean, there's been rumoured for a while that the PS5 was in production, with all the people have been seeing these things of patents and stuff, for various bits of software of the PlayStation 5. So I mean, you always know it's going to be in development. There's been some stuff online about the shape of the console, and it actually looks like a V. I thought that was just fake, but apparently Jack said that there's been a confirmation.
It's been a confirmation.
a confirmation of the speculation for the Nation on PlayStation.
Those weird shapes you may or may not have seen on the internet are confirmed.
Confirmed.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
It doesn't look very attractive, in my opinion. It doesn't. In my opinion, it doesn't look very.
I mean, they've got.
I want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't exactly look like something I'd go out and buy.
I don't mind it. I think there's room for improvement. Certainly. I think it probably might look. It probably might. It probably might look better physically than on paper.
Maybe.
You don't know what the materials are. It might be a decent leather. You know, you don't know really. You don't know what it's going to be made out of, or what it's going to look like.
Or it could be a luscious silk.
It could be velvet. You never know.
Oh.
Velvet or a sponge. You don't know.
Sponge cake.
Sponge cake PlayStation. PS5 sponge cake.
Edible. Confirmed.
Biodegradable. We've been. That's like with like all the Apple products recently. It's like whenever they boast about the new Apple products, it's been 100% recycled, biodegradable. Fuck off. Oh, I swear there. You have to sense that out, Ash. I'm sorry. But yes. What? Yeah. So the PS5. Have you heard things about the controllers of the PS5?
I haven't.
So they've actually, when they announced it, because they announced it's coming for holiday 2020, so they've got pretty much a year to get this sorted, and for Jack's sake, change the design a bit.
Please change it. Please, if you're listening, change it. Sony.
You know the Nintendo Switch?
I certainly do. Yes.
Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
I certainly do.
Oh, you do. Oh, Charlotte's getting one at Christmas. I thought I'd mention that. You know how you have the hapticness with the vibration and the controls and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're going to implement. It's going to be a new type of DualShock for DualShock 5, where in terms it's going to have more immersion within the vibration of the hapticness. So you'll be able to feel a bit more specificness, and it's really difficult to put in words. But like, so you'll be able to feel it in different parts of the controller.
Yeah,
I think with the DualShock 4, it's
yeah.
quite general. Like it was sort of, it just vibrates. That's it.
Yeah.
But what they've said is, like, for example, this is an example that you probably make more sense of it. They're putting specific like haptic controls in the triggers.
Right.
So, say if you were playing a game where your character had a bow, you'd feel the tension of that bow when you pulling the bow.
Ooh.
Other example would be driving. You'd be able to feel the sort of the throttle in terms of on the trigger finger. So I think that's nice attention to detail there. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's one of the things I absolutely love about the Switch. Playing Mario Odyssey.
Right.
The vibration goes like all the way around the controller, so you feel it in different parts of your hands. So it kind of feels like it's like surround sound, but there's no sound.
I played a game. Well, we were at a gaming event, not a gaming event. It was like a gaming exhibition where like it was like it was at the Life Centre in Newcastle, and they were it was like all these different consoles from different eras, like PlayStation 1. And it was weird just seeing like the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 behind glass. That was just like, that made me feel kind of weird. But like they had Nintendo Switch as a playable thing, and they had, I don't know what game it was. I think it's one of those like launch titles. But like you can play like this tennis thing, but you don't actually look at the screen. You just do it by the feel in the controllers.
Right.
I can't remember the game called. I think it was like,
It sounds like 1-2 switch, maybe.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, I was going to say it had numbers in it. It had numbers in it.
4, 5, 8, 9, 10 switch.
But like you could play games where you didn't necessarily have to look at the screen. You just use rhythm, as it were, and just like the sounds and whatnot. So that's quite good. I kind of got the taste of the technology there, so that's good. So it might be nice to have that in PS5, I think.
Yeah,
quite nice.
Make it a bit different, a bit more unique.
It's 8K ready, apparently. PS5.
That's fantastic. I can't wait till we get an 8K TV. I can't even wait till I get a 4K TV.
Oh, we're going to get 8K ready. 16K.
Fantastic.
It's going to get ridiculous. Like, we don't even have that enough pixels in real life to
be able to see.
Yeah, no, I can see more detail than real life. Jesus Christ.
I know.
I can see the bacterium. But yeah, so there's a lot to speculate about the PS5. We don't know. I'm assuming it will be that step closer to like the. It's got I think it'll have built-in ray tracing and stuff. That's quite a big thing at the moment.
Ray tracing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the light and the shadows.
Yeah, it's like
gorgeous.
More realistic simulation of lighting. Minecraft's got that now. Jesus Christ! I mean, makes me want to play Minecraft again, but I know it'll probably play 1 frame a second or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I think it's crazy how different ray tracing. I love ray tracing. I want to see more of it. So hopefully the PS5 will give a bit of that. But anywho, we were talking about the Nintendo Switch, weren't we? You've got a Nintendo Switch.
Yes, I do.
A game has recently been recent to Nintendo Switch, and that game is Overwatch.
Fantastic segue.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Thank you very much. And have you got Overwatch? Are you thinking? What have you heard about Overwatch on the Switch?
I saw it.
Because
I watched the Nintendo Direct for it. It seems like it'd be really good portable.
Yes.
But I don't really play my Switch portable. I always play it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's
fair enough.
Because I don't like craning my neck over, like, staring at it.
No, you like the big screen experience, don't you, Jack?
I do. I certainly do. And I can't wait to get a 4K TV.
8K, mate. 8K. That's where it's going.
17Ks.
Oh my god, 2020 vision in 2020.
Yeah. It looks very interesting with the motion controls and stuff.
I was going to say that because it's interesting how it's not just a port. It looks like a new way to play the game. There's people who have played it sort of described it as it's verging on like an AR experience, where you're using the sensors in on the Switch to aim.
Right.
So you can literally move around. I mean, it involves a lot more movement and stuff. But you can move around and you can properly aim around it. It's on the verge of a AR experience. I wouldn't mind having a go at it. No doubt Charlotte will probably be getting Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch.
Certainly.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Would you ever consider playing it? Would hang on, if you played on the on that, would it? No, that wouldn't make sense, would it? I was going to say if you were playing Overwatch on the Nintendo Switch.
It's probably built into the controllers because he detached the controllers. So I'm guessing it would have a similar effect, but I'm guessing it might be a bit screwy.
Yeah. It will probably default to the normal console way of playing Overwatch when you click it in. That's interesting. It's all interesting. I love. It's a wonder if it's going to be another quirk thing that people get. It's like it's portable, but to what degree? Like if you're on the train playing Overwatch, it's not going to be that really good because you should be like moving around hitting the guy next to you. I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I don't know if it'll be something that people will want to play like that, like completely, or not. We'll see. We shall see. Anywho, speaking about Overwatch, what company makes Overwatch, Jack?
Blizzard.
Ah, Blizzard, and and earlier in the podcast, we said something about BlizzCon. That's Blizzard, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Certainly is. Another great segue from Rob Baines. So, on about the speculation again. What can you see being announced? There's a lot. It's a big company, Blizzard, and they've got a lot of games. What can you see being announced next week?
Well, I really hope for Diablo 4.
I've never played any of those. Briefly, as brief as you can. Well, not as brief as you can, because what is Diablo?
It's like a top-down RPG type thing.
Right. Okay.
Where you control your character going through dungeons and shit.
Right. Okay.
Boop. Boop that one. You go through dungeons and you collect loot and stuff like that, beat bosses. Right. And it's it's really fun. Me and Beth used to play Diablo 3 a lot.
Is it an MMO? Or is it multiplayer?
It is multiplayer.
Yeah.
But it's not like World of Warcraft where you can get on and like everyone's in one server. So you get on and then you can invite people to your party, sort of thing.
Is it like RuneScape, but not?
Sort of, in like.
So it's got a fantasy element. Is it as a genre? Is it a fantasy sort of thing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's just ghouls and monsters and stuff like that, and Diablo, of course.
Yeah,
the main star of the show. He makes an appearance from time to time.
Right.
But
he has to if he's got the name on the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was always super fun, and the boss was always like varied. It was so good. I just hope for a Diablo 4. I can remember at one BlizzCon, it was rumoured that they were going to release it then, and instead they released a Diablo card game. And they were standing on.
Oh my god!
Standing on
that
stage,
went down well.
And they were just like, "We're proud to announce Diablo card game mobile." And there was like 3 people in the audience that went like, "Yeah," and the rest of them just went,
"Oh my god,
what?" It was so awkward.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I just hope they actually announce it this time. Save themselves the embarrassment. Unless it's another card game. Could be another card game.
Hearthstone 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Hearthstone's been out for ages now.
Has it? How long has Hearthstone? I've only just started. I mean, I think it was only a few months ago that I started playing Hearthstone, actually.
It's,
Tell you what I love about Hearthstone is the fact that I can play it on my mobile. And then, because if I'm all connected up, I can switch to like playing on the Mac or the PC,
and it'll keep your progress.
And it's synced. It's synced.
Yeah, it's
no game
really
as synced as well as Hearthstone, in my opinion.
So
I think that's awesome.
2014.
Anyway, 2014. So it's been out for 5 years now, hasn't it? Yeah. So that's. Did you see that? Did you see that math there, Jack?
That math.
I know you're an accountant, I think, but you know, I quickly deciphered 5 years there. I mean, you should be impressed with me.
You know what? My brain can't handle it right now. That's just I'm just so impressed.
Yeah.
I've just had a brain fart.
But yeah, I hope I wouldn't mind having a go at what was it? Diablo. Sorry, I suddenly said daughter there. Diablo. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a go at those games.
Yeah, they are really, really good, and I think they are on PlayStation. They definitely put Diablo 3 on PlayStation.
I wouldn't mind playing PC as well, actually, because I've started to get a bit more into my PC gaming again. So I might give it a go.
It's a good title to pick up.
Good title to pick up. Blizzard. Sponsored. No, sponsored.
Not yet.
Not yet.
After
Not
BlizzCon.
Yet. I'll speak to Jeff. So, as also, there's rumours going on that they're going to remaster one of the Diablos as well. Remastering Diablo 2, I think. That's what I read. I mean, you have to take everything with a pinch of pepper, you know. It's literally... you don't know if everything's... It's all speculation. But the biggest speculation thing that my YouTube feed is getting inundated with is the possibility of Overwatch 2. Whether they call it Overwatch 2, I don't think so. I'm not sure if they'll call it Overwatch 2.
It'd be like Overwatch, a new beginning, or Overwatch, a new chapter.
Yeah. Oversight.
Overwatch, definitely not the same as the first one.
Yeah. But to be fair, the rumours are saying that it's going to be Left 4 Dead style.
Oh.
In the respect... Oh, excuse me. In the respect that it's going to be PvE. It's going to be mainly PvE, but it'll have PvP elements.
Okay.
So I'm sort of thinking what they mean by that, what these reliable sources mean by that, is it's going to be like PvE, like what we used to in Overwatch Archives, which I love. I always love the archive events because Overwatch doesn't, apart from the the additional content, the cinematics and the comic books, you don't get too much story in Overwatch as a game, apart from on these events. So it definitely excuse me, where is my voice going? The built up this universe, and it's so vast that I think they've got room to do some story. And to be honest, the downloadable content, well, the free download, these events and stuff that have been happening the past year, haven't been completely. It's always been very recycling things. We're playing this event again, this event again.
Yeah.
There's nothing really been new. So I think they're probably building up to something big at BlizzCon.
Although,
I hope.
Sorry, keep going.
No, you keep going.
No, you seriously keep going.
But that's what I hope. I hope it has to be a different game. If it was just a complete copy of Overwatch, the playstyle and everything, I think it would be kind of a bit cheating. Because when you build up Overwatch as a game, all this. People do. Overwatch is a game that you grind up to get skins and all that stuff, and people are proud of that that element of it. If they just sort of wipe that and just start again, sort of thing, it wouldn't. I don't think the fan base would react well. So it needs to be
like a bonus.
Enough of a different game, I think.
There might be like a bonus for having played the first one.
Yeah. So maybe synchronizing stuff or something.
Yeah, that just reminded me when you said about Overwatch that I found another thing. Rito Games, right? They made League of Legends. They had their 10th year anniversary, and they announced a bunch of new games.
All right,
they were sort of putting the time in, and one of them is like pretty darn similar to Overwatch.
Right.
Which should be should be a very interesting experience if they pull it off.
So in terms of like taking the League of Legends characters and put them into like that type of gameplay, first person sort of thing.
I think, well, to be honest, not many League of Legends characters have guns. Only a couple of them do. And there's like 100 and... God, I think there's like 130 champions now.
Right.
But none of like barely any of them have guns. But I think it's like it's similar vein, similar universe, different characters. Right. But it looked really interesting. It looked really quite eye-catching. When you looked at it, I was like, ooh, them graphics look clean. You know what I mean?
That'll be good. I think that because I'd say Blizzard's version of League of Legends is Heroes of the Storm, isn't it? If you think they're similar, there's some aspects in the sort of way you play it.
It was it was kind of, it was a lot easier than League of Legends was in terms of like how to grasp everything. There was only a certain amount of things you could do, and it was very sort of directed, like this is what you do now, this is what you do now.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that game didn't get more sort of like development and love, because it
Which
was
one?
The Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah,
because it was good to start with. I really enjoyed it, but it kind of got very stale and very samey after a while.
It's sort of it had its hype with having all these existing characters from different games. I think that was the interesting part of it, that you could play with Overwatch characters, and if you played Overwatch, you got certain perks in Heroes of the Storm, and it sort of interacted in that way. It's like I do like how they do interact in terms of the Blizzard games, almost like the Blizzard universe, as it were, because you got like, if you play Overwatch, and you can get extra card things in card decks in Hearthstone and whatnot. There's all these different things. You can have a Winston pet in World of Warcraft, I think, something. So there's all these different things where these games mix together. I like that, and I think Blizzard's really strong with building a universe. So I really hope I really hope Overwatch 2, well, whatever they call it, would be the next step. Definitely has to be a different game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see more, because they build their characters so well, and the same. I suppose it's the same with League of Legends. I hope it'd be nice to see that universe in a different platform, as it were.
Well, that's the thing, because when they released their 10-year like stream, it lasted like an hour, but they announced a card game, like a top-down adventure thing for PS4, and League of Legends is coming out for PS4 and mobile.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's like there's so much variation that they're doing, and they're taking this universe and spreading it. So I think they're trying to sort of copy the success of Blizzard in that term.
I think everyone's but I think that's just generally the rules of like the gaming community and everything. You know, everyone's sort of trying to make their own of, you know, if they see something successful, it's natural to try and target that audience and target that sort of way of playing. And I think it's inevitable, really, that you're gonna have, if once you've built a fan base, you want to build it even further. You want to feed that audience. That's why I think Blizzards have had like other ideas for a different first-person shooter game, but they cancelled it because they were working on developing another undisclosed undisclosed project that will better serve the fan base. So what that says to me is they've sort of trashed one project in favour of maybe making some sort of sequel / side, something to go alongside Overwatch.
Yeah.
Some people have been saying that this new announcement is going to be an expansion to Overwatch, which I don't know if that's sort of true or not.
It'd just be kind of against their model, because
yeah, I suppose
Overwatch has always been
Engines
like a
as well.
free game, and like there's never been any like DLC. Like it's always been like, oh, we've added this and added this and added this.
Yeah, you put the money in once for the game, and then
I mean, there's
optional
the option
whether you
of
put
loot
money in.
boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but there's been no like DLC. Like Call of Duty has like map packs that you can buy separately.
Yeah,
whatever. But that's always been sort of unique. And if they lost that, that'd be a real shame, because that made them very different, very good.
Certainly.
In that respect.
Right, well, that's enough speculation for this week. We'll probably, me and Jack probably in the next episode, what number would it be? In episode 6 of this season, we'll probably be talking about what was announced at BlizzCon. So stay tuned for that. But it's now it's just a word from our sponsor. And I think the sponsor this week is going to be the new Quifco product. Did Quifco bring out a new product? Did you hear this?
I have no idea, but please enlighten me.
So Quifco is announcing their own gaming platform, gaming universe, the Quifco gaming universe, where they're doing all sorts of. I can't say too much because they're going to be announcing at QuifCon. Right. But they've got ideas. I mean, it's just speculation at this stage. But you know, I think they're going to make a first-person Quifco shooter. It's called an FQS.
An FQS.
First Quif shooter.
Ooh.
So you'll be able to play as characters such as Jack Barker.
Fantastic.
And there's a cooking game, so you can play as various characters in the Quifco universe to make, say, like Parmos or stuff like that. So that's quite good. So you can have it's a cook-off basically, in the form of you can have little power-ups and stuff, different sauces and toppings and whatnot. That's a massively online. It's a unique game. There's also like Quiff Olympic sort of games coming out where you like throw the Parmo like as discus.
Oh, fantastic!
So all sorts of things really. I think there's even a Lego game coming out, but I can't say too much. You know, Lego Quifco. I can't say it, you know. I'm contractually obliged not to say too much, but you'll find out at QuifCon, certainly.
Fantastic.
We'll talk about that.
Sounds like a real winner.
I think so. I think you probably hear more from the announcements from QuifCon in the BlizzCon podcast. But it's all in the air, at the moment. But we'd like to say thank you to you as an audience. Actually, Jack, you can do the outro this week. You can do it. You do the outro this week.
Let's do it.
Go on.
I just want to thank you all for listening. This has been an absolute pleasure. As always. It's been a good one. There was some speculation, variation on the PlayStation and other nations. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Just keep on thanking.
Goodbye. From me. That's me. Jack, goodbye. Goodbye.
Wait.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Rob.
Goodbye, Rob.
Goodbye, Rob.
Thank you. I don't know if Jack said, but thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for listening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.